What's up, boys? Today I'm going to be rebuilding the Los Angeles Chargers in Madden 24. As I'm recording this video, they just got a super ugly, gritty win against the Patriots, 6-0, where their offense was non-existent. Now, granted, you can't blame all of it on the offense. It was a super weird game, heavy downpour with the rain. Justin Herbert's still playing with that broken finger. Receivers weren't catching the ball when he was making really good passes for them. This is one of those teams where, coming out of the offseason, most people had super high expectations for them. I personally had them as a team that was going to make a super deep playoff run and potentially even be Super Bowl contenders with Kellen Moore coming into the offensive scheme. You know, Dallas was so explosive on the offensive side of the ball with Kellen Moore being able to make super deep plays down the field. And you have him plus a lot of high explosive players on the offensive side of the ball for the Chargers with Keenan Allen and Mike Williams and Austin Eckler. You really liked what the Chargers were building here, and a lot of it just has not clicked for them. Now, yes, you know, you can put some of that blame on Justin Herbert, but I think that's not the entire reason why the Chargers have been bad this season. You can't fully blame Justin Herbert for how bad the team has been, and you can't blame him for the coaching problems either, right? Brandon Staley, his play calling as a defensive mind, especially in an attacking 3-4 scheme, you know, why are they struggling when they have super fast, explosive, twitchy players on the defensive side of the ball in Khalil Mack, Tui Pelotu? You know, it's weird, right? This team should be super disruptive and shouldn't really let anything up down the field, and their run support should be incredible. But again, the play calling is an issue, and there's also been some major injury problems as well as offensive line issues, which a lot of the teams that don't do good, especially this season, tends to be the case with injuries and offensive line issues. So we're going to go into Madden 24 here today. Fire Coach Brandon Staley. Get him out of here. I know a lot of Los Angeles Chargers fans want to see it. I do. So we're going to fire him, and we're going to make this team great and get the Chargers that elusive Super Bowl win that they have not seen yet. If you like this video, be sure to leave a like on it if you want to see more stuff like this in the future. So here is the team as it stands, and like I said, on pen and paper, this team should be really good. Obviously, they have some key holes like every football team does, but when you look at this team and you expect them to be a playoff caliber team, you know, most playoff caliber teams, they have certain things, right? And those certain things include game wreckers and super explosive playmakers on the offensive side of the ball that can just really change the tide of a football game. And the Chargers have that, right? They have one of the best receivers of basically the past decade in Keenan Allen. I mean, the fact that this man is still producing at the rate he's producing at in virtually any spot on the field, slot, outside, your wide receiver one position, he just does it all for you, man. He's a consistent ball player that does not drop footballs. He is one of the best red zone targeters in the league as a receiver, you know, probably behind like Mike Evans and like maybe Justin Jefferson when he's healthy. But Keenan Allen is just incredibly skilled, does not drop the football, and is also a super underrated yards after catch guy, despite not being super athletic, especially in his older age. Now, granted, you know, that wasn't the case when he was with Phillip Rivers. You know, he was definitely one of the twitchier players, especially coming out of the slot. But I mean, you definitely love Keenan Allen. Obviously, Austin Eckler, one of the premier running backs in the league. And they've got a nice little running back room here with Austin Eckler and Joshua Kelly and Isaiah Spiller, a lot of young guys that have shown promise. But obviously, Austin Eckler is the top dog, just a super dual threat in both the pass and run game with arguably the best red zone package as a running back in all of football. I mean, maybe Christian McCaffrey is better than him, but you really like what Austin Eckler can do in any spot on the red zone, coming out of any situation. You could put him on a flat, you could put him on a curl, you could put him on a Texas route, you can have him block. He's an underrated blocker, and just he does it all, right? He's a super underrated player. And then you also got super speed freaks that are pretty young on the team that can go down and take the top off the field, like Jalen Guyton. Obviously, Mike Williams, when healthy, is a stud. It kind of sucks that Mike Williams is never healthy. You hope Quentin Johnson can be that replacement, but man, he has been absolutely awful this season. cannot catch the football to save his life. And even when he does catch the football, you know, in TCU, he was a very savvy route runner for his size. And, you know, part of the reason why you liked Quentin Johnson out of TCU is his explosive ability, for the fact that he is just a go up and get it guy like Mike Williams, right? Super athletic for his size, and a lot of 50 to 60 yard plays down the field for him at TCU. One of the best playmakers in college football, and he has just not shown any of that in Los Angeles. I mean, it's really unfortunate. Guys like these, I guess, just don't pan out sometimes, but I liked him coming out of TCU. I liked him going into the draft. I thought he was a steal, honestly, for where he got picked, you know, and it's just unfortunate to see how his progress has been made so far. So we'll see if maybe it's just a year one slump, he bounces back or whatever, but they just don't have a lot of playmakers besides their top two guys as it stands, right? Because you got to stay healthy. And then the elusive Justin Herbert. Everything that Justin Herbert does will get criticized. And it's honestly unfortunate because this guy is, without a doubt, in my opinion, underrated as heck. Yes, I understand that his career win percentage is dead even almost. He is 50-50 in wins. He cannot win the big game, doesn't make the playoffs. All that, right? But you can't blame all that on Justin Herbert. You can't blame the fact that the team building has been bad over the past couple of years and the coaching staff has been absolutely abysmal as well. You know, Joe Lombardi, you know, Brandon Staley still being the head coach. I mean, these guys don't help Justin Herbert in any situation. And what Justin Herbert has been able to do with the piss poor management of this football team, it's absolutely incredible. I mean, the dude is breaking every record known to man in his first 4 years as a NFL quarterback. Top 10 in QBR, in completion percentage every single year he's been in the league. This he's a freak, right? He's what you want as a quarterback, and it's just unfortunate that his team is kind of panning out the way it is. Now, like I said, a lot of holes in the offensive line, especially, you know, center is a major concern. I honestly think that Jameer Slyer is pretty underrated. You know, he's very strong, and his pulling ability, you know, he's able to get down the field and make those very impactful, especially in the run game. You know, his pass blocking, there's definitely some work that needs to be done there. But in the run game especially, he has shown that he is definitely no schlump at 6'4", 325. Super underrated guard in my opinion. And then obviously when Rashawn Slater and Zion Johnson are healthy, these guys are absolute studs. But Trey Pipkins and Will Clapp gotta go. I mean, these guys, it's part of the reason why Justin Herbert has the broken finger. I mean, he gets rushed on the right side of the football so much, and they've made so many shifts. They gotta do something with that. They gotta do something with that. Defensively, a lot of twitchy players on defense, and like I said, I was saying it earlier. You kind of question why this defense isn't as good as it is. I mean, their run support on pen and paper should be incredibly good. Now, obviously, defensive tackle is a super weak spot that they haven't been able to hit on in decades, it feels like. But Derwin James is one of the heaviest hitters in all of football. And yes, I know he has penalty issues, but when he is staying away from those penalty issues, he doesn't let the run game go without ease, right? He is one of the best open field tacklers in all of football. And with the combination of Derwin James and Sebastian Joseph Day, who's a super underrated run stuffer, like, how is this team bad against the run? How is this team letting up so many pass yards with Asante Samuel and J.C. Jackson, who's now gone for them? How is this team just letting opponents score on them free will, right? It doesn't make any sense. I mean, these guys, they have so much talent here, and like I said, part of that is play calling. Another part of that too is a lot of these players just aren't stepping up and filling their role, and they do have a lot of holes. Like obviously the corner room didn't pan out like you expected it to. JC Jackson was a flop, so now you've kind of got a major weak spot in the secondary and not really any free safety help to kind of alleviate that. And then they don't have much inside leverage when it comes to their linebacker play. Eric Kendricks is a good player, you know, super consistent from year in to year out, but you know, in Madden, 31 years old, just not going to cut it for us. We're going to try and make this team better. We're going to try and make this team better, and that might mean that we focus on the long term rather than the short term, bite the bullet on the first year and kind of chew into these contracts, maybe trade away some of these players that just don't have value to us anymore to stack up on the draft picks. Like Keenan Allen might have to go. I know it sucks, but again, something's got to change, right? The Chargers have been bad. Not bad, but they've been mediocre for so many years now, and you want to see them just be absolutely dominant. And with this team, like I said, not an incredibly bad team, but in order to be dominant, you have to make dominant changes, and that's what we're going to do. So I put Mike Williams into the trade finder here, and he has a lot of value that is honestly really hard to choose from here. I mean, there are a lot of teams willing to give up a ton for Mike Williams, which makes sense. When he's healthy, it's a good risk because he's one of the premier go up and get it guys in the league. I mean, he is an incredible receiver with a big body that is just super hard to defend down the field, especially with how athletic he is. It's pretty tough, right? It sucks to see me trade Mike Williams away, but look at these offers. I mean, Lewis Cine, I'm not so interested in him. Lewis Cine's kind of been a bust, but George Pickens in a third, that could be interesting. George Pickens, kind of a Mike Williams-esque player, except, you know, he's a way better route runner. George Pickens reminds me a lot of a prime Odell Beckham Jr. I mean, the catches that George Pickens makes are, without a doubt, uncatchable, unreal plays. He's super stretchy, big size, and can run routes, and super fast. It's like he is just has the whole package for an outside receiver that you like to see. Trevor Penning, I'm not interested at all. Don't give me Trevor. Cole Strange is an interesting offer here for a third and a fifth and a sixth as well. Cole Strange, super underrated guard, has been really dominant for the Patriots. When he's healthy, of course, last season had a couple of ints for them. And then obviously this season, none of it matters because the Patriots are super bad. But Cole Strange is definitely pretty underrated. JC Horn and a second rounder. See, like, these are offers I just can't pass up on. CJ Gardner-Johnson as well. Definitely need free safety help. Could maybe play slot for me as well. We've seen it before for CJ. It's definitely a slot archetype type of player, especially in the nickel. Like, he is a great nickel package. I mean, this offer is just too good to pass up on. I get a second and JC Horn for Mike Williams. I'm going to take that from the Panthers there. I don't think Mike Williams makes the Panthers any better, so I think that's kind of a steal for JC Horn. And like I said, get the second round pick in 2026. Should be a very valuable get for us. The secondary is a major problem, and anywhere we can upgrade on the secondary for the Chargers is going to help out tremendously. JC Horn could be my CB1, honestly. So I'm going to take this offer from the Bengals here. I know it seems a little bit strange to take another corner, but again, any secondary help that we can get with this team is absolutely appreciated. The secondary for the Chargers has been awful for the past like 5 seasons now. They let up bottom 10 in pass yards every single year. The routes ran on the Chargers are always within the high percentages in every game they play, and they just get bombed on every single game. Now, it may be weird to take Cam Taylor-Britt here when this Tevin Jenkins offer is sitting me in the face, but I just don't think it works for what our team needs and the team fit is, right? Because like Tevin Jenkins is a great player, but we've already got decent inside help, right? Like Jameer Slyer is, in my opinion, a super underrated guard, especially in the run game that he's shown this season. Like, he's able to pull and get upfield very quickly, and he's got a lot of power at 6'4", 325. So at that point, it's like, okay, well, can Kevin Jenkins play center for us? I don't think so. I mean, I guess I could slide Jameer Slyer over to center, and then Tevin Jenkins gets to play right guard for us, but I just don't like that fit. That's a weird fit. So I'm not going to take this offer. I am going to take this Cam Taylor-Britt offer here. It's just, like I said, any secondary help is really, really valued, and Cam Taylor-Britt in the slot for us. We basically just completed the secondary, especially the corner room, right? We've got a lot of really young talent, and we now have a CB1 and JC Horn, and we've got two guys that are capable of playing in the slot in Asante Samuel and Cam Taylor-Britt. With Cam Taylor-Britt being able to play on the outside, I mean, he's shown it this season. He has been locked down. So really like the secondary for us now. Corey Linsley, I doubt we're going to get any offers here. Oh, we actually do get offers. Tevin Jenkins is back again. If there's nothing... Ooh. I was going to say, if there's nothing eye-grabbing here, he might just be a cut target. But Jerry Jeudy's here. And I really like the Arnold Ebiketie back again. Oh my God, Christian Watson as well. These are some interesting offers. Patrick Queen. Patrick Queen has been a game wrecker for the Ravens this season. He has just been everywhere on the field. Patrick Queen kind of reminds me of almost like a Demario Davis type, except if Demario Davis was able to also just get to the quarterback and use the ability to swim and power rush through the defensive line, or the offensive line, excuse me. I mean, Patrick Queen, I've seen it all from him, man. He is a super sick off-ball linebacker. Boye Mafe's here as well. Boye Mafe could be a sick addition. James Daniels could maybe play center for us, but I don't love the look of that. Just some interesting offers, and for Corey Linsley too, for no less. Crazy. I mean, this offer is just too good. I get a 4th and a 5th as well from the Broncos. Jerry Jeudy is our Keenan Allen replacement, basically. We're gonna probably end up trading Keenan Allen. We traded Mike Williams away. I think he is going to be the perfect fit for Justin Herbert. Just one of those guys where, you know, when he's getting open consistently, and when he is getting open, it's as if he is basically unguardable when he is catching the football. So that means we're going to trade Keenan Allen. Like I said, it was going to happen no matter what. And there's going to be a lot of value here. Yep. I could get T. Higgins. We don't need Kyer Elam. Corey Linsley. That's funny. Okay, this is an interesting... I just came across this looking through all the offers. DK Metcalf is being offered to me for Keenan Allen. That might be the trade. Yeah, let's not overthink it. DK Metcalf is a steal. 25 years old. Let's go look at this. Here we go. DK Metcalf. I can't believe I just snagged DK Metcalf from the Seahawks for a 31-year-old Keenan Allen. Would it make sense in real life? No, absolutely not. But I guess their thought process is like, maybe Jackson Smith and Jigba is not panning out for us and we want to win now. So Keenan Allen is that slot guy we absolutely need with Tyler Lockett. I mean, I guess, but like, dude, there's no way. I just got Keenan Allen. This guy is going to be a perfect fit for Justin Herbert. I mean, he does everything Mike Williams and Keenan Allen both do, except arguably better than both of them combined. He just dropped a hat trick a couple nights ago in Thursday Night Football. He's a freak. I mean, this is just too good to pass up, right? I have to do it. Ed Oliver, he changes everything for this Chargers defense. There's no way the Chargers will ever struggle in the run anymore with Ed Oliver and Derwin James. No way. I refuse to believe. Thinking about trading away or just straight up cutting Sebastian Joseph Day. Don't really want to pay him all this money for 2 years at a 76 overall. And I'm not sure that I can get any value for him, but I mean, we'll see. Maybe I do, maybe I don't. You know, it's going to be an interesting situation there. So this is basically what the team's going to look like. I decided I'm not going to trade Sebastian Joseph Day, and we're just going to see how this team operates. Again, we're not trying to be good, right? But we are building towards something. We got an incredible receiver room. I mean, arguably too many, right? DK Metcalf, Jerry Jeudy, Josh Palmer is still here as well. I didn't trade him away. And then Quentin Johnson will try and develop, and then Jalen Guyton as well. I mean, just so many threats for Justin Herbert to throw to. He's going to have a field day. Obviously, you know, we need running back. We still need offensive line help, but we're not horrible per se, but we're not good per se, right? So we'll see how this goes. I also forgot to talk about Joey Bosa. How did I forget to talk about Joey Bosa? I don't know. Obviously, I'm not going to trade away Joey Bosa. Joey Bosa is a staple to the Chargers. And, you know, yes, he is 28 years old in Madden. He's going to start regressing soon, but it doesn't matter because, I mean, Joey Bosa is a game wrecker. This guy is one of the premier off-ball edge threats in all of football. Super fast. Has every move in his arsenal that he can use. I mean, like, the Bosa family can do anything as long as they put their minds to it. And when Joey Bosa is healthy, he can do anything. So I'm going to run through training camp real quick and then probably set my lineup the way I would prefer to have it going into the regular season. And then I will see you guys at the midseason mark. If you guys want to know the cheat code, by the way, to doing this drill, the chase and tackle drill in the training camp, don't do that. Obviously, don't miss your tackle, but put your kicker / punter in at quarterback, and it is free pickings. I mean, I've got 30 seconds left, and I'm already almost up to 100,000 points here. Free gold. I mean, 90% of the time they just fumble the snap, and when they don't fumble the snap, you obviously just do the same thing you would always do, where you come in and hit the cut stick. But it's pretty easy. Like, it's actually laughably easy how good this drill is when you put your kicker or punter in. I mean, look at this. Cameron Dicker's just fumbling every single snap known to mankind here. And there it is. A little quick and easy gold, 177,000 points. Maybe you get a dev up for Tui below 2, huh? After doing so good in the chase and tackle drill? Maybe, Madden? Maybe? Of course not. Why would I? The good news about this rebuild is that we don't have to re-sign Justin Herbert or go through the painful process of trying to find a good quarterback, right? Obviously, in the offseason, Justin Herbert got signed to one of the biggest contracts in NFL history, for a quarterback at least. But quarterback contracts, they basically are the biggest contracts in the NFL, so it's not like basketball where they are getting, you know, massive individual contracts, right? Running backs don't get paid up to $100 million a year type of beat. So, Ed Oliver is the camp standout here. Let's go with stopping the run for sure. I want to get his block shedding up. But yeah, so we don't have to worry about that. Obviously, the bad news is we have to worry about quite literally everything else. But that's part of a rebuild, so. Oh, that's interesting. The strengths of the class are only all the things that I traded for and now do not need on my team in corner, defensive tackle, and wide receiver. And the weaknesses are things that we could potentially need. Tight end, obviously, is one of them, but middle linebacker, maybe not so much. And then right guard, you know, maybe not so much as well. Sick draft class. Love that. Hopefully we can get Ed Oliver here to superstar development, maybe, if he continues his progression in the camp standout, although 2 combined sacks or tackles for loss is kind of tough, especially at the defensive tackle position in Madden simulation. That's just maybe not happening here. We're 3-3 at the midseason mark. That's not bad. It's not what I was expecting at an 82 overall, but I'm sorry. Wait. Am I reading that right? I mean, do I need glasses? Am I reading that? Are the Chiefs 2-5 at the bottom of the division? What the? How is that even possible? What's going on? Okay, the Chiefs are 2-5, and we caught a win over them last week. Okay, that's interesting. We're 18th in the league in total offense, 20th in the league in total defense. Kind of about what you expect when you're the Chargers. Sorry, Chargers fans. It's just so true. This team is so middle of the pack, but we're trying to fix that with the long-term building here by, you know, making them more dominant in the long term with the younger development guys. Let's see, players to negotiate here. We got 35 million in cap room. And Kenneth Murray, we definitely need to bring back. Gerald Everett, I'll probably let walk. You just easily look for his replacement. Same thing with Gilman. Aloha Gilman. Joshua Kelly probably walks. Jalen Guyton definitely walks, especially since we have so much receiver depth now. Yeah, I don't think we need basically any of these players. Cameron Dicker, I mean, we'll just re-sign a kicker in free agency. It's pretty easy to do that. And we definitely want to pick up the 5th-year options on both Rashawn Slater and JC Horn. So it's really just Kenneth Murray Jr. He has interest. We're going to try and... Ooh, we could bring a mentor in at the position to make him cheaper because he is asking for... I guess it's not that much money. He kind of wants to be here. I would do a 4-year deal. I mean, this is super cheap. I'm okay with just this deal, honestly. 4-year deal, and that works for Kenneth Murray. He is back for 4 years. Definitely a staple player for the Chargers. I mean, he's nothing special, but he's just a guy that gets his job done, right? So we're gonna have money to spend over in free agency as well, which is pretty cool. Do I want to make any mid-season trades here? I don't know who I would trade. I don't know if I have anyone else left to trade on this team. Like, I don't want to completely gut this team. We're 3-3. We can still compete. We're doing pretty good. And like, the whole goal is not to fully gut this team. We're trying to... I'm not going to trade Joey Bosa. Obviously, we just re-signed Kenneth Murray. Eric Kendricks. He could be a guy that we trade, I think. Oh yeah, he gets paid a lot of money going into the final years of his deal. Oh, there's just no way I'm paying that. Yeah, okay. So Eric Kendricks will look to... He might be a cut. He might just be a cap casualty and we cut him. But there's no way. I know we're competing and it helps to keep him on the team. But there's just no shot I am keeping Eric Kendricks around. Also, I forgot to check my specialists and whatnot. That sucks. But this is fine. Oh yeah, this is actually so fine. I have this... It's already set the way I want it to be set. I mean, Asante Samuel, I would say, shouldn't be CB1. It should be JC Horn and then Asante Samuel, but Cam Taylor-Britt in the slot's perfect. And then Ed Oliver, rush end. Tui Pelotu, or excuse me, Ed Oliver rush tackle, Tui Pelotu rush end, perfect, and then Joey Bosa rush end as well, perfect. Josh Palmer, sure, and then Jerry Jeudy. Yeah, this is fine. I mean, it was fine. Okay, so I'm not stressing. No stress needed. We're gonna take this offer from the Eagles here. It seems like they're just giving away Nakobe Dean for free. Now, obviously, Eric Kendricks is a upgrade from Nakobe Dean, but Nakobe Dean is 22 years old. Only 9 overall points lower than Eric Kendricks, who's 31 and only going to regress, right? We get a couple of picks. The picks don't matter. They're 7th round picks, but Nakobe Dean, we could maybe develop, and he could be a staple for our defense if he gets, you know, if he has a successful season and maybe gets a dev up. But even still, I mean, he could still, even if he doesn't get a dev up, he could still get to maybe an 80 overall with the normal dev. And, you know, he's just a really good depth piece, and we are more than okay with that. I don't know why he's not starting over Henley. He's absolutely should be starting over Henley. And that's more like what we expected. We went 7-10. The collapse was absolutely real, to say the least. Yeah, man. It's unfortunate, but we want it to be bad, so it's fine. Offense, middle of the pack. Defense, middle of the pack. Although we finally fixed passing defense, the secondary. We were 6th in the league in pass yards allowed. That is really, really, really good. Justin Herbert, not a Justin Herbert type season. Not a great season. I didn't change playbooks, but you just wish you see better from Justin Herbert, I guess. Rushing, stop giving Joshua Kelly the ball, please. Just don't do it. DK Metcalf, though, have a year. Clips 1,000 yards, 7 touchdowns. Josh Palmer had a decent year. in the slot with 6 touchdowns, close to 900 yards. Jerry Jeudy did things. Yeah, no one. Quentin Johnson didn't even catch a football. Well, that's not good. That's really, really, really not good. Defensively, Kenneth Murray eclipsed 100 tackles with 4 tackles for loss, a sack, and 4 interceptions. Ed Oliver led the team in tackles for loss with 15. Sebastian Joseph did 8. And look at Tui Tuipulotu in his rookie year. This could maybe be Defensive Rookie of the Year type numbers. 11 sacks, 7 tackles for loss. Okay, Tui. I see you. I see you. Kenneth Murray led the team in interceptions. Nakobe Dean had 3, which is really good. Nakobe Dean also had a really good year. So maybe he gets a dev up. Honestly, you know, we weren't great, but definitely development has been had. And that's very good for this team. Oh, super predictable Madden Super Bowl. Come on, man. Cowboys beat the Chiefs in the Super Bowl 31-27. DeMarcus Lawrence is your Super Bowl MVP. Dak Prescott is your NFL MVP. And no Chargers in there, unfortunately. Show me big money. Show me some dev ups. Give me something good here. Gerald Everett actually went up to Superstar, which is super interesting. How did he go up to Superstar? This doesn't change how I feel about Gerald Everett. He just got it. That's not English. Nah. It's nothing but same. Gotta pick up the 5th-year options on Rashawn Slater and JC Horn here. And this may come as a shock to no one, but I don't particularly want Gerald Everett back. I know he has Superstar. I just don't care. His regression is really, really bad right now. I don't know if you saw that when I was looking to see how he got the Superstar development. I'm pretty sure that's going to go in the video, but he's 30 years old and he is down like 30 points in his regression. So I just don't care. It's just not happening. Yeah, and everyone else can walk. That's completely fine with me. All right, we got 53 million going into free agency here. We need someone good. We need a game changer, especially on the defensive side of the ball. Like if we could get a sick free safety, because I didn't make any of my scouts target any of the safety aspects of the class, because the safeties look really weak in the class from the looks of it. So maybe a 6 safety, maybe, you know, a center or someone on the offensive line would be nice. Christian Wilkins. He doesn't want to be here. I mean, he's 28. I don't need Christian Wilkins. Oh, Grant Delpit. Oh my God, and he has Superstar development. That's our guy, right? We don't need Michael Pittman. There's 9 other teams offering him. Honestly, this is a super cheap contract too. So Grant, I'd give you a 5-year deal. I'm going to try and lower the money down a little bit and see what the offers are on the rest of these teams that are offering. We're the highest bidder. He wants to be here. Oh, if we can get Grant Delpit, that would be massive for this team. Rashichi got a face scan. That's cool. I didn't know he got a face scan. Good for him. Love Rashichi, by the way, if you couldn't tell. I am indeed a Saints and Pelicans fan. New Orleans, baby. What's good? We may suck, but we will never back down. Won't back down is the saying, and you will never see that from us. AJ Dillon, nah. All right, free agency didn't really interest me. We're going after 2 players here. It's going to be Grant Delpit and Cameron Dicker. Obviously, we need a kicker. And Dicker the kicker, we can bring him back. If you guys want to know the cheat code, by the way, when it comes to kickers, just pick a kicker you like. It doesn't matter which one. The CPU does not offer on kickers 99% of the time. So pick a kicker you like and give them the lowest possible offer. It's not showing here, but I already did it. But I'll do it again just to show you guys. Give them the absolute lowest possible offer, and they will sign on the last day no matter what, as long as another team has an offer on them, which 99% of the time, teams don't offer kickers. So 99% of the time, you should get the kicker you want as long as you wait until the last day. And you don't have to spend any money. You get to save all your money and lock up a kicker for long term. So that's what we're doing here with Dicker the kicker. Just in case you guys wanted to know, you know, I was just trying to help a brother out. But yeah, Grant Delpit's the big one. We need Grant Delpit. We need Grant Delpit. And Grant Delpit has signed. And it's with the Los Angeles Chargers. That is massive. That is massive. We just secured the secondary for the entire rebuild, I think. Because now we have a really solid corner room with good depth as well. And we have some of the best safeties in all of football in Grant Delpit and Derwin James. I mean, not only are we super heavy hitting, but these guys are no slouch in deep coverage. So this is going to be really good. Where are we picking in the draft? Just so I can get a feel for what I'm going to do here as I'm looking at some of the scouts. We pick at 12. 12 is definitely an interesting pick. We could do a lot with 12. We could maybe trade up if we want. We could trade down if we want. We got a couple options at 12. Not a lot of good running backs in this class from what I'm seeing here. We do need a running back. John Wilson could be the best one. He's got B to D ball carrier vision, C carrying, which I don't love, but he does maybe have really good catching. Solid speed, but ran a 4.41 at his pro day, so his speed's probably going to be in the upper 90s. Pretty elite athlete. His juke move's a D, though. I don't think this guy's going to be that special of a player. I don't think we ever spend a first round pick on a running back, especially in this class. Like, we could probably look down the board here, maybe at Juan Joseph. He's got A, ball carrier vision, A, break tackle, B, carrying. Very good traits, and runs decently fast. Is a horrendous athlete, though. But B to D juke move, maybe Juan Joseph is a decent player, especially in day 3. Take a chance on him. How about Greg Rosenthal? Looks very similar to Juan Joseph that we just looked at. A way better athlete, actually extremely better athlete. For day 3, he looks pretty good. And then B to D juke move as well. I mean, if I knew a little bit more about this guy, he could potentially be around 2 to 3 talent, maybe even around 1 to 2 talent player. Definitely like the look of Greg there. And if I'm going to take a running back, it might just be him. Look at this guy, Earl Dickinson out of Wisconsin, 6'6", 273. That is an interesting tight end build. That's basically like, you know, rush end type play right there. That's like your defensive end. That's like your Myles Garrett build right there. A, catching traffic, A to C catching, B to D deep route. Definitely looks like a solid player. Ran a 4.55, the best in the pro day, with great speed. Looks like just a really great athlete. A, medium route running, A, short route running. And then what was it? B to D or B to D deep route running. Yeah. This guy. What is the comparison here? What is the comparison here at 6'6", 273? Maybe like a, well, maybe not Jimmy Graham, because Jimmy Graham was more of like a, you know, just a straight up deep threat, big body tight end. This guy's like more of your inline blocking, but also, you know, has the ability to catch the football in the middle of the field. I don't know, maybe like a, what is this comparison? Maybe like a Jason Witten. Yeah, looking at the other tight ends here, I mean, if I'm gonna take a tight end, it's absolutely gonna be Earl Dickinson. That guy just looks way too, although this guy's a freak athlete. Mitch Kerr, what were his key ratings? A, catching traffic, B to D catching, B to D deep route, B, medium. He's got worse medium and potentially worse short. I don't know, this guy in the 3rd to 4th round, being a freak athlete, has the potential to take a chance. We just don't know much about these tight ends. Holy cannoli, Oscar McLean here might be the answer to my tackle problems. Oh my god, he looks so good. A phenomenal athlete at the tackle position with incredible key ratings, 6'4", 307. And the only thing you don't like about him is his power blocking. But, I mean, he's got great strength for not having good power blocking. Oscar McLean might be the guy we take in the 1st round. Aaron Coakley, too. 6'5", 305. Similar build. Similar key ratings. Didn't participate in the combine. He said F you to Roger Goodell. This guy's a way better athlete. Well, we've got some options. We've got some options at tackle, but we're definitely going to fix the tackle issue here. This is the class to do it. We've also got this guy Javier Green here, 6'3", 315. You know, maybe a little oversized for center, but if he's more agile, which he is, he's got good speed, great acceleration, great agility, great change of direction. Definitely what you like to see in center, in your center. Decent run blocking. Could maybe play him center, or I could just slide Floyer in at center, but obviously that's not ideal. Like I was saying earlier in the rebuild, I wouldn't prefer doing that. If I had to in Madden, I would, but I mean, this guy just looks pretty good. So far, I'm looking through the edge rushers, and it's looking like a pile of garbage. Tyrone Arrington is the only one we are kind of interested in, since we know that he is a true round 1 to 2 talent. Now, beef and SC power moves, you know, you don't love it. And 6'1", 259, you don't love it. But the athleticism surely makes up for it. Ran a 4.58 at the pro day with great speed. Yeah, this guy, I can see why he's around 1 to 2 talent. I just don't love the fact that his finesse and power moves aren't that great, but if he has hidden dev, it doesn't matter. This is absolutely the type of guy we want in a 3-4 defense. Like, he's our Sebastian Joseph Day replacement, or I could just put him on the other side with Sebastian Joseph Day if I'm not drafting another edge rusher in this draft, which is a possibility because this class looks terrible. Okay, I've seen enough. We have to trade up in this draft. This is the guy we need. This is the guy we're going after, Terrence Woods. We absolutely need Terrence Woods. He's got B finesse, A power moves, A block shedding. You look at the scouting report here at 6'4", 268, a true off-ball menace, like Rashawn Gary type build, maybe a little heavier for sure. It just doesn't matter. This guy is the perfect Khalil Mack replacement. Elite strength, good speed, ran a 4.64 at his pro day, great acceleration. The athleticism's not amazing, right? It doesn't jump out at you, but it's good. It's really, really good. Combine that with the fact that his core attributes are out of this world. It's Terrence Woods. We have to. We're trading up for Terrence Woods. We're trading. I will do anything to trade up for Terrence Woods. Terrence Woods is projected to go at number 1. That's tough. That is tough. That is so tough. I don't know how we do that. Okay, all right, we'll figure something out. But Terrence Woods is supposed to go number 1. Do I even have the capabilities to even trade up to 1? I don't think I do. Can I? What do I have any trade? Do I have any players that I would trade to trade up to 1? Okay, massive trade here. And I will go through my thought process on this trade when I'm able to complete the whole setup here, but I'm not done, obviously. But it's going to be Josh Palmer and Joey Bosa, as well as a 2026 first, a 2026 second, and a 2026 fourth, and this year's 4th round pick for the I can't even speak, for the Colts 1st round pick this year, a future 2nd, and a future 3rd. Now, I know I said I can't trade Joey Bosa. I just think these players are way too good to pass up on in the draft. And with Joey Bosa being 28 now, he didn't have a great season last season. I'm probably going to end up switching to a 4-3 where Joey Bosa just isn't as much of a dominant threat. Like, Joey Bosa is not a 4-3 type player. Josh Palmer going into the last year of his deal, and we have a ton of wide receiver depth. I think this had to be done. Now, I'm not done with the trades. We're going to take this, and we're going to hopefully make the move up to 1 now that I have 4 from the Colts. Okay, it's the horse's farm. I tried everything, man. I tried everything. I know this is a severe overpay, but I said I was going to do anything to get this done, and I quite literally meant it. So it's going to be Asante Samuel Jr. I know I said I completed the secondary, and I liked Asante Samuel Jr. alongside J.C. Horn and Cam Taylor-Britt. It's a pretty sick secondary I had going there, but the fact that he's going into the last year of his deal, and I need to trade him to the Lions since they need corner in order to make this deal happen, so I can get hopefully really good players that I'm expected to believe that they're going to be game changers for us in this rebuild. It had to be done. 2 first-round picks. It's the 4 that I traded for and my first-round pick next year. 2 second-round picks next year. One of them I traded for in the deal with the Bears, or the Colts. I'm all over the place right now. I've been trying to make this trade happen for like 20 minutes. And then the 3rd-round pick in 2026 gets me number 1 from the Lions, where we will be taking none other than Terrence Woods. I hope you're worth it, man. And I think he is. I'm being over dramatic here, but he's the guy, especially if I'm switching to a 4-3. He's going to be the guy for me that absolutely wrecks opposing offenses and could be a potential superstar in the league. Hopefully the type of caliber player we need to be dominant, like I said, for the next coming years in this rebuild. Terrence Woods, welcome to LA. Hidden dev, 86 strength, 82 speed, 88 acceleration, 80 agility. I'm expecting no less than a 78 overall. No less. He's not generational by any means, but there should be no reason why he's not at least a 78 overall. Now that we got that finally done, we now sim to pick 12 here because we did manage to keep our other first round pick. And I mean, look, originally I was going to just take a tackle here, right? Both Aaron Coakley and Oscar McLean are both here, but now it's like I need to get some of the capital back that I just traded away, so it has to be a trade down spot. There is no debate. I have to trade down here, which sucks because I want Oscar McLean, I want Aaron Coakley, and we also need to get Tyrone Arrington. So if I can get a late first round pick for this year and a first round pick next year, we're absolutely taking that offer. Yeah, man, it's gonna be this bundle from the Eagles here. They're giving me 2 first round picks. I know the Eagles are very good, so the picks aren't valuable, but it doesn't matter. I need a first round pick next year because I traded mine away, and we need the first round pick so I can get Tyrone Arrington. We're just gonna have to pass up on the tackles. It sucks. We need tackle, but the game plan going into this was to build up the defense and to absolutely wreck out the defensive line in a 4-3, and that's exactly what we're doing with this trade and the previous trade, obviously, to get up to number 1. Okay, Alex Delgado goes at 26. We have to trade with the Bills here because we know he's supposed to go at 27. This should be kind of easy, right? It's only 3 jumps. It's only 3 spots. I'm jumping up 2 spots here. All right, yeah, pretty simple trade, pretty easy trade. It's just going to be a 4th and a 5th. Didn't want to trade my late round picks in this draft because I do like a lot of the talent down the board, but we have to get it done. We need to get Tyrone Arrington, so it's going to be 4th and a 5th for the Bills first, and this is going to be the spot where we take Tyrone Arrington. And defensive line set now. I mean, we're stacked because we're just, so the plan is we're going to switch to a 4-3. It's going to be Sebastian Joseph Day moving over to defensive tackle, which means it's going to be Ed Oliver and Sebastian Joseph Day up the middle. Then it's going to be Terrence Woods off the edge with your boy here, Tyrone Arrington. And then Nakobe Dean and Tui Pelotu are off-ball linebackers with Kenneth Murray, the Mike. Now, someone has to take, obviously, a big hit here, and that guy being Tui Pelotu. He had an incredible rookie season rushing the football, but like he can't be that off-ball rush end player for us anymore because we just have guys that do it better than him now. So here we go. Tyrone Arrington. This guy looks really good. We know he's around 1 to 2 talent. Hopefully he has hidden dev. He's got B finesse, C power moves. I don't love it, but I don't hate it. 6'1", 259 is a good build. He's a great athlete. That's what you love about him. He's a freak athlete. The fastest guy in his class, ran a 4.58. And I mean, A pursuit, B tackle, B play rec. It's pretty good. So Tyrone Arrington, please have hidden dev. He does. 83 strength, 83 speed, 91 acceleration is crazy. And then we can't do any more trade ups because we need our picks. So we're just going to send to the second round, see what's available. Hopefully a lot of the guys that I like are available. Maybe that tight end. Yep. Tight end. Spencer Lacey's here. Randy Thompson is here. We did like him in the third round. What do I value more here? Do I value tight end or do I value my center position more? I mean, Randy Thompson, do I have a third round pick? Did I trade that away? I don't remember. It's late. It's late and I don't remember. I do have my third round pick. Okay, so this should just be pretty easy then. I just take the tight end here and then take one of my day 3 guys in the third round. Yeah, it's going to be Earl Dickinson. We know this guy's a freak. The fact that he's 6'6", 273, being this athletic, it's like, come on, man. You got to take him. You just got to take a shot on him. We need a tight end. You know, we didn't re-sign Gerald Everett, and we don't have much depth at the position anyways. So Earl Dickinson is going to be a good threat for Justin Herbert to have, and I know he likes his tight ends, so here you go. Welcome to Los Angeles. Hidden dev, we haven't missed yet. They're all hidden devs, which is really good. 86 speed as well at 6'6", 273. Dude, what are you eating for breakfast? Are you kidding me? 88 acceleration, 83 agility, 77 change of direction. This guy's insane. The draft's been great for us so far. Well, I'll probably just take the running back early here then. I do like the look of Greg Rosenthal. We need a running back. He's not bad, right? I mean, he's got really good key ratings for a day 3 guy, and more importantly, the athleticism you love, right? He ran a 4.44, so I mean, his speed's probably up there close to 90, maybe even in the 90s. Great change of direction, good agility, good accelerations, all good stuff for a day 3 projected guy, and could have decent juke move. We don't know, obviously, but could. So I'm going to take a shot on him here. It's probably a reach, but I don't have the luxury of trading up or down, so we're gonna do it. Greg Rosenthal, welcome to Los Angeles. Only normal dev, which sucks, but maybe he wins Rookie of the Year. 90 speed, 91 acceleration, 91 agility, 89 change of direction. That's what you loved about him. And, you know, I could see him being maybe a 72 overall, maybe even a 73. If he's a 73, I'm ecstatic. But like I said, he could win Rookie of the Year, and you know, we'd be okay with that. So I'm gonna take a shot on Sammy McIntosh here, or McIntosh, because there's no A in between, so it's just McIntosh. He's his own archetype, 6'2", 206, great build for a corner. Not really expecting much out of here though. A catching, A press, B zone, obviously with the zone archetype is what I really like about him for a day 3 projection. Could have decent man though. Really just, you know, we need depth. We need an Asante Samuel replacement, and he could be that guy. He could maybe get some playing time. Good speed, you know, just a solid athlete, nothing super special, but ran a 4.49, so maybe up in the 90s in his speed. But it's really what is catching me off guard and why I want to draft him is the A press, the A catching, and the B zone with the potential to have decent man. In day 3, that's pretty rare to see, so maybe he has a shot at being somewhat good. So Sammy McIntosh has hidden dev. Okay. I knew he looked decent. I didn't know he was going to be this good. 91 speed, 90 acceleration, 84 agility, 83 change of direction, 91 jumping. Again, great build for a corner. This might be the perfect Asante Samuel replacement. And he's definitely going to get playing time. Okay, this draft went perfectly. We traded away Asante Samuel, who was on the last year of his deal, to get a guy who's arguably going to be better than Asante Samuel, to not have to pay him, to get stud defensive edge rushers. I'm in. Say less. I am in. Gonna let the CPU handle the rest. Incredible draft all around. I mean, I have no complaints. I know I traded away a lot of picks, but I think it was worth it. I think it was absolutely worth it to trade away those picks to get guys that I think are going to absolutely change the dynamic of our defense. And overall, this is exactly what we needed as this first draft came around, right? Like, we needed young, super promising, super game-changing developmental guys with a good free agency in the offseason that can absolutely turn around this mediocrity that the Los Angeles Chargers have going on for them right now. And we're going to look at the draft recap here. If Terrence Woods is above an 80, I will lose my mind. It'll be awesome. What a draft. Okay. So Terrence Woods is an 81. What did I say? I said he's no less than a 78. He's not generational by any means. And that's probably still true. He's probably not generational. But, oh, that's all those picks I traded away, worth it. Absolutely worth it. He's got every trait you could ever want. He's the 14th ranked outside linebacker in the league. And he probably goes up in overall if I bring him to defensive end. Yep, one overall higher. Unreal. Unfathomable. Tyron Arrington, I don't remember what I said his overall was going to be, but he's a 74. His power moves are not as good as I thought they would be. At a C, 65, that's not great, but 75 finesse is good. And I mean, he's in the top 23% of rush ends. I mean, he's just a guy you really like that you want to develop. Earl Dickinson at a 75. I mean, shoot, I knew this guy was going to be good, but not this good. It's his route running that's bringing him up tremendously. I mean, he's got a 74 route running out the draft with a 67 medium and a 60 deep. That's incredible for tight ends. Javier Green, he looked good, but generational good? Unreal. This guy's 90 strength, 87 pass block, 76 run block with 70 speed and 81 acceleration. Unreal. I knew this guy looked good. I didn't think it was generational good. I mean, he definitely has superstar development, right? Yeah, he's a generational guard. That's unfortunate. I mean, we were never going to draft him, but I just like the look of him, and he looks really, really good. You know, it kind of falls off after the top end talent. Where was those tackles I liked? Aaron Coakley was a 75. He only had normal dev. We weren't going to draft him. It was going to be Oscar McLean if I was going to draft a tackle. So where was he at? Where was Oscar McLean at? Oh, he's a lower overall, it looks like. A way lower overall. Oh, there's no way. Did I pass him up? There's no way. I didn't pass him up. He's a 72? What? He does have hidden dev, but I was not expecting a 72. This guy looked so good. All right, now this is what the team looks like. I went through and made all the changes. Obviously, you already saw the offense. The offense is looking better, like I said, but obviously still some major holes on the offensive line. But this is what I wanted to show you, is the 4-3 defense we now have. So Grant Delpit is our starting free safety. The linebackers look great. Obviously, we got Kenneth Murray Jr. as the Mike, like I said, with Nakobe Dean and Tui Tuipulotu as our off-ball linebackers here. I think the linebacker core looks incredible. Not a lot of depth, but that's okay, because Madden CPU does not matter if you have a lot of depth. Madden Simulation does not matter if you have a lot of depth. Plus, you know, we have a little bit of depth, not that much, but you know, we have a tiny bit. Derwin James at strong safety, obviously. And then the corner room is not bad. I thought this was going to take the biggest hit going into the draft, and it really didn't. It really didn't. JC Horn, Cam Taylor-Britt, and then McIntosh. I'm going to get that wrong every single time, so I'm sorry about that. But McIntosh is our CB3. He'll probably end up playing the slot, if I had to guess. We'll see. And then Taylor as our CB4, good depth piece. But really, this is the key component here to the whole thing, is Terrence Woods, Teron Arrington, Ed Oliver, and Sebastian Joseph Day. It is a really good-looking defensive line. I'm liking the way the team looks. And yeah, they have McIntosh at the slot, which is really good. They want Pelotu rushing the quarterback. That's not happening. I get what they are saying, but I just can't do it. I can't do it when Arrington will just end up being the clear-cut better pass rusher than Pelotu, which sucks. Like I said, someone has to take a hit. Pelotu is unfortunately that guy taking the hit. And then they want Grant Delpit as the sub linebacker. No, it's gonna be Kenneth Murray Jr. I mean, it's like I get it, but it's just not happening. And then Greg Rosenthal needs to be the all-down running back just so I can get his development up. Hopefully, get him Rookie of the Year. Plus, he could play third down easily. He could easily play third down. Power back, not so much. It probably should be Isaiah Spiller, but I do not want Isaiah Spiller getting carries. So, Quentin Johnson as a slot receiver is fine. The team's looking good. Honestly, the team is looking way better. I'm not entirely sure if I'm going to make playbook changes yet. We'll see what happens at the midseason mark. But I like the team. So, I'm going to end up signing a free agent center. And then I'm going to go through the training camp. And I will see you guys at the midseason mark. A training camp standout for Tyrone Arrington. That's very nice. We love to see that. We definitely want to get his power and finesse moves up, especially those power moves. And we take a massive fat L to the Broncos in week 1. I'm assuming Tyrone Arrington does not continue his training camp standout progress. That's tough. You know, that's really just unfortunate. I don't know how we put up 31 points with this defense. Maybe I changed, but no, I'm not changing playbooks. I'm not changing playbooks. Wait until the midseason mark. I'm expecting big things by the midseason mark. So hopefully this team doesn't disappoint. 4-3 at the midseason mark. We are doing better than we did last season. Last season we were 3-3 at the midseason mark, but this is a insane division. The Broncos are undefeated. The Chiefs are 5-2, and the Raiders are 4-3. Okay, where do we stand? Middle of the pack offense, middle of the pack. It's playbook change time. I'm tired of seeing middle of the pack. That we should not be middle of the pack, especially 29th in the run. Absolutely, we're changing the playbooks. We're changing the playbooks. That's as simply put as it is. We're changing the playbooks. We got 52 million here to sign some pretty big free agents, it looks like so far. Jerry Jeudy absolutely needs to come back. Sebastian Joseph Day. Oh, I don't know. Oh, is that it? Is that literally just it? AJ Can, by the way, I signed in free agency to be my center. Same with well, actually JK Scott is my punter as it stands that I'm gonna have to re-sign or just sign a new punter in free agency. Kaimi Fairbairn was my kicker, so I need a punter and a kicker. Yeah, no, it's just Jerry Jeudy, and he wants to be here. Why does he want to be here? He likes big market teams. He likes teams with franchise quarterbacks, and we have a middle of the pack win record. What's new? Yeah, Jerry, take all the money, man. I'll give you a 5-year deal. If I can lower it, that'd be great, Jerry. To like this little team-friendly deal. But I mean, paying him up to $9.85 million a year is not bad. Not bad for Jerry. Jerry's back on a 5-year deal. That's big. We needed that. Obviously, Jerry Jeudy cannot just walk. So, Sebastian Joseph Day, though, we are definitely just going to let walk. I think we can get a better, you know, second nose guy than Sebastian in the middle. He's just a good fit for the team right now as it stands because we couldn't get anything last offseason. Yo. What am I looking at right here? Oh, I wish I didn't trade the farm. I wish I had my picks. Dude, this could go down as the greatest draft class in all of Madden history. At least Madden 24. Let's start from the top here. I haven't even seen the prospects, and I said, let's look at the prospects, and... okay. Timmy Cofield. Let's start from the top. Timmy Cofield. This dude has A catching, man-to-man archetype, so he's going to have A man, A press, A zone, 6 foot, 208. freak athlete, ridiculous athlete, unreal athlete, beyond human athlete. This is a generational player. Timmy Cofield, generational player. Then you scroll down one, check it out, another defensive generational player in George Reed. Red, I can't speak. It's 3 in the morning. George Red out of Louisville. 6'3", 298. What is this? The Aaron Donald build? Aaron Donald's a little lighter, obviously, but A finesse, A power, A to C block shed, A tackle. This is Aaron Donald. Oh my, dude. George Red is the next Aaron Donald. He's got great everything, elite everything. He's an elite player. He's an elite person. He's an elite alien. A power move. I need him. I need him. I need him so bad. I want both these players, man. This quarterback looks pretty good, but we don't care. And then another generational corner. A little undersized, but who gives a crap? A to C catching, A man, A press, A zone. Another freak. I mean, did we allow aliens to enter the draft from another planet? He's a generational player, so count him now with me. Count him now with me. Comments, YouTube watchers, viewers. That's 3 generational players in one class. Like, I'm at a loss for words. I'm at a loss for words, man. I don't even know what to say. I don't know what to say. I actually don't know what to say. I'm like, I've never seen that in Madden. It's gonna be okay. This is my prediction right now. I'm calling my shot, because I'm probably not gonna see this until tomorrow, because as soon as I finish this season, I'm going to bed and then recording this to continue the recording later. It's gonna be that first corner off the board is gonna be an 87. That defensive tackle is also gonna be an 87, and that second quarter is probably gonna be an 85. Or it's flipped, where the 2 corners are both tied for 85 and the defensive tackle is an 87. That defensive tackle is guaranteed an 87. Guaranteed. I mean, there's no ifs, ands, or buts about it. He's Aaron Donald. He's literally Aaron Donald. What's his name? George Red? No, your name's Aaron Donald Jr. Aaron Donald Jr. Aaron Donald II. If I'm gonna trade the farm again to get a defensive generational Aaron Donald, I need to look at late round guys. So like Amir Riles maybe could be a focus player for me. No joke, I'll trade DK Metcalf for Aaron Donald. I really will. And I never checked the devs on my rookies, by the way, so let's do that right now. Actually, I'm thinking about it. So yeah, we know Earl Dixon is a superstar. That's awesome. This guy was a phenomenal pick in the 2nd round. What a pick, man. I mean, I knew he was gonna be good. I didn't know he was gonna be this good. And that's an awesome pick. And then defensively, yep, I knew it. I still don't think he's generational, but this might be one of those highly rated players that you see a lot, where like they're not generational, but they're super highly valued, that they just give them X factor. But yeah, Terrence Woods, we knew he was gonna be. We knew, right? It was no surprise. And then, unfortunately, Arrington is only star, but you know, it's still good, still really good. So I'm not. Oh, and how about McIntosh here, only star. But we knew he was gonna be star, so it's fine. Really good draft. Not mad about it. All right, I'm just gonna sim to the. I'm gonna sim to the end. Hopefully we make the playoffs. I hate this anticipation. We're just gonna sim to the end here. Well, the good news is we did better than last season. We went from 7-10 to 8-9. The bad news is we missed the playoffs. Super tough division. The Chiefs, by the way, went from going to the Super Bowl to missing the playoffs as a whole at 8-9. Madden Sim is so weird, but yeah, man. Just unfortunate. Middle of the pack offense. We were really good in the pass, and then middle of the pack defense again. I don't know how to fix that. It is just unfortunate. We're trying our best here, but Justin Herbert had a way better season though. Eclipsed over 4,000 passing yards, only 5 INTs. Maybe Miami playbook's to play. 28 passing touchdowns, 72 completion. Really good year for Justin Herbert. Huge step up. We needed that. Rushing, 12 TDs for Greg Rosenthal. Almost 1,000 rushing yards on the season. You know, horrible yards per carry, but this is definitely like rookie of the year status, right? With the 12 touchdowns. Like, definitely a very solid year for the rookie running back, and I think we might have ourselves an actual running back of the future to replace Austin Eckler, which is pretty cool. Receiving, DK Metcalf, another incredible year, close to 1,200 yards, 8 touchdowns. Jerry Jeudy, almost 1,000 yards as well on 4 touchdowns, 83 catches as well. Very good year for Jerry Jeudy. Quentin Johnson in the slot went from having no catches, no targets in the first year of the rebuild to almost 1,000 yards with 65 catches and 8 touchdowns. Good for him. And then Earl Dickinson, 6 touchdowns. Very good year for him as a rookie. Hopefully he doesn't take rookie of the year from Rosenthal. We'll see. And then defensively, over 100 tackles for Kenneth Murray Jr. and Greg Delpit. Tackles for loss, Ed Oliver led the team with 16. Tyrone Arrington had 10. Sebastian Joseph Day also had 10. And no pressure, Tyrone Arrington had 5.5 sacks for the team. It's not great. Like, Terrence Woods did not have a very good season for us, unfortunately. Only 8 tackles for loss and 3.5 sacks. You really expected more out of him. And it's growing pains, I guess. Maybe the playbook switch mid-season kind of screwed with him, but not a great start to his career. We hope that bounces back next year. The defensive line is going to be more disruptive when we draft Aaron Donald Jr., so, you know, hopefully he'll get more pressure because of that. And then interceptions, not that many, honestly. But offensive rookie of the year, it's Rosenthal. That's huge. We needed that. Rosenthal, you know, I said I was going to get off after this season and then continue with it tomorrow, but I really want to draft George Red, aka Aaron Donald. So we're gonna fight through the power here. It is currently 2:51 in the morning as I am recording this, and we do not care. We do not care. We get the content out for the boys. Hope you're enjoying this video, by the way. If you like this Madden style content, the rebuilds, I'm more than happy to do more of these. These are super fun. So let me know in the comments below, or just leave a like on the video. Raiders beat the Cowboys in the Super Bowl. Interesting Super Bowl. Josh Jacobs wins Super Bowl MVP. Dak Prescott wins NFL MVP once again, because why not? But Greg Rosenthal wins your Offensive Rookie of the Year award, which is huge for us, so you love to see it. Show me some development upgrades for our team. We should get one for our running back. Oh, this game sucks. This game is... He won Rookie of the Year. He won Rookie of the Year, and he didn't get an upgrade? What? And Justin Herbert went down to star? Okay. Nah, bro. What? Nah, what do you guys think about this? What do you guys think about this in the comments? Did Justin Herbert, after having an incredible year where he only threw 5 picks and eclipsed 4,000 passing yards, deserve to go down to star? And Rosenthal, who won Rookie of the Year, doesn't deserve to go up to star? That's some BS, man. Defensively, did we get any dev ups? Sebastian Joseph Day went down to star. That's fine. McIntosh goes down to normal dev. Whatever. Oh, I'm frustrated. Oh, I'm so frustrated. Like, I don't think you guys understand. I'm so close to... I'm like this close to giving Justin Herbert and Greg Rosenthal's their correct dev ups. Like, giving him back his superstar and giving him star, but I don't want to cheat. That seems cheating. That seems cheating. That doesn't seem right. I don't want to... If the game thinks that should be the case, then I guess it's the case. But that's just such BS. Like, what? Whatever, man. Let me know what you guys think in the comments. If something like that happens again, where a player deserves something that they lose or just don't get, am I allowed to change the dev? I'm not going to do it this time, but man, that's annoying. We're going to accept the 5th-year option on Zion Johnson, and I believe that is the only thing we need to do here when it comes to re-signing players on our team. Sebastian Joseph Day is going to walk. You're getting instantly replaced, buddy, by a guy named Aaron Donald Jr. So, you know, good luck with the free agency thing. And yeah, the rest of these guys can walk. Oh, I also need to make sure to get a kicker and a punter in free agency. Got 60 million going into free agency here, so let's see if I can make any magic happen, if there's any big agents in this class that I'm actually intrigued by. What would I be interested in? Maybe corner for depth, linebacker for depth as well, or I guess perhaps a running back maybe. Oh, Jesus, Talon, we don't need him. We don't need him. He's cool. He's a 96 overall. He's 25 years old. He's star dev. It's a sick player in free agency that I've never seen. But we don't need him because we have Grant Delpit and Derwin James. We just don't need him. Nick Chubb's also here. No. Who is here? No. Trey Smith's here. Now that's an interesting one. He doesn't want to be here, but we can easily just change the scheme fit to what he wants to be, and then he'll have interest. Trey Smith, he could play center for me, or I could slide over Salmer. All right, after giving free agency a good hard long look, pause, we're going after Trey Smith, Cameron Dicker, and Presley Harvin. Trey Smith was the only player that fits our team needs directly, especially with the draft, the way I'm planning on doing it and the way I'm trying to angle it right now. Trey Smith is the only player that I'm actually really interested in free agency, and we absolutely really want to get and really need to get. And then I need a kicker and a punter. So we need Trey Smith. We have the best offer on him. I skimped him out a little bit, but he really wants to be here. So if I can get him, it's not only a great deal for us because it's a super cheap contract, but it's also Trey Smith. We need him. So here we go. Trey Smith has signed somewhere, and it's to Los Angeles, baby. Welcome to the Chargers organization, Trey Smith. You are more than welcome here. That is massive. That is absolutely massive for us. We needed Trey Smith. He is now probably, so the way I'm angling it is Salmer is, or I keep saying Salmer. Salyer, Jameer Salyer is just going to fade out of our team entirely. He's a cap casualty. I'm going to try and trade him if he has any value for any kind of picks in this draft, because this draft looks insane. Trey Smith will play right guard, and then I have a couple centers in mind that I'm looking to try and draft in this draft that will play center for me. So that's the plan. And the strat eventually worked on Cameron Dicker. We finally signed Cameron Dicker back on the 7-year, just absolutely awful deal, but it saves a lot of money, and it's just Madden players. Like, they're not people in real life. Obviously, I wouldn't, if I was a GM, I would never ever do that. That's messed up. But Presley Harvin's still holding out. He probably shouldn't. He probably should sign when I get to the recap, but just wanted to give you guys that update that the strat worked, and I am not, in fact, a bum. And Presley Harvin signed as well, so there you go. All right, Mock, where's he going? Where's he going? Number 2. Okay. So he's not going number 1. That could be the game changer, right? That could be the difference maker in, you know, just trading up that much more to get him. Where are we supposed to pick? I know we have the Eagles pick. Oh God, it's so low. It's 24. Oh no. Oh no. Okay. All right. All right. Let's work that GM magic again, baby. All right, here we go. Skip to the second pick here. Oh, Patriots. I can't let you have Aaron Donald. I just can't. I know it's going to be near impossible for me to do this, but I'm going to work some magic, because if you think I'm letting you have Aaron Donald V2, you're sorely mistaken. You've already gotten Matthew Judon. You're good with Matthew Judon. You're about to not have him. He's mine. He's mine. I just sent this one. Didn't really get to check and see if I was able to get more out of this, but this is the trade that we're making to the Packers. Jameer Slyer, Nakobe Dean and Isaiah Spiller, as well as a 2026 second and third round pick, are heading to the Packers for their pick 29 in the first round this year. All these guys I talked about, I believe, should pop up in the video. Cap casualties, we're trading them, and it worked out. So now we have pick 29. Now we can flip 29 and 24, and probably it's going to have to probably be a future first of mine to get up to 2 with the Patriots. We'll see. Here we go. This is the trade to the Patriots. Oh, man. I did this 2 years in a row now. We have, by the way, before I tell you the trade info, we have no picks. Just a clarification. This, whatever team we get is the team we have. So we have no picks. But you know what? It's 100% worth it. In fact, it's 1,000,000% worth it. I know it is. So the Patriots are giving me number 2 overall and a 2026 second, just so I have something in 2026, because I literally have nothing in 2026. And I'm giving them both the firsts I had for this year. Obviously, one of them was mine. One of them was the Packers one I just traded for. My 2027 first, so no more first round pick in 2027. No more second round pick in 2027. And a 4th and a 5th this year. So to recap, the only picks we have are a second round pick in 2026, followed by some garbage late round picks, and then a third round pick in 2027, followed by some garbage late round picks. That's all we got. That's all we got for the next 2 years, baby. But you know what? None of it matters. Do you want to know why none of it matters? Because we just drafted Aaron Donald Jr., George Red, out of Louisville. Welcome to Los Angeles. Hidden dev, 88 strength, 81 speed, 81 acceleration, 77 agility. This guy is generational. I have no doubt in my mind this guy is generational. A defensive tackle with A finesse and A power moves, followed by a bunch of A's in the attributes. Literally, he has 1 B. Maybe, no, I'm sorry, 2 B's. He has 2 B's. 2 B's. The rest are all A's. And the combination of A finesse and A power, that is extremely rare. You never see that ever. And he's an athletic freak. This guy's a game wrecker. I'm going to take a shot on Amir Riles here. Now, he's 23 years old. Don't love that. He doesn't have the greatest attributes. Don't love that. He is just a decent athlete. Like, he could barely pull his own weight. Don't love that. But he is strong and he is a good run blocker. And in day 3, if you're a good run blocker, I tend to want to take a shot or like the look of you, because to find someone that can decently block in the run game in the day 3, that's saying something. So Amir Riles, no, oh dude, oh my god, this guy sucks. This guy sucks, man. Let's go Nicholas Schaffer here. He might be the Nakobe Dean replacement. Only normal dev, but 88 speed, 89 acceleration, 80 agility. I mean, I liked his attributes. His attributes are really good, especially the A to C power moves. And then the B zone, C man, like, he's going to have a high overall. He's just going to be a good Nakobe Dean replacement that we didn't have to pay, right? Like, basically the same overall. All right, man, I'm going to let the CPU handle the rest. Again, none of it matters. Just think, what will you have after 5 NFL drafts? And you know what I have? I have Aaron Donald V2. Also, if you got that reference, you're a legend. Come on, man. Please show me above an 80. That's all I'm asking for. He's a 79. He's a 79 overall. Are you kidding me? How is A power moves, A finesse moves only an 84 and a 77? What's the ratings? He's a good player. He's a really, really good player. He's obviously not generational, but he's a really good player. He's already ranked 24th in the league in defensive tackles. He's omega strong. He's got good moves. He's a nice athlete. He hits hard. He's going to be a sick, like, 3-tech player. But how is he only a 79? Schaffer was a 72. That was a good pick on my part. Basically, Nakobe Dean, like I said. I knew it. I knew it. I knew Timmy Cofield was going to be an 86. I think I said 85 for the corners, or potentially 87. Come on, man. Come on. What is this? 97 speed? 97 speed? 85 man? 81 zone? Of course I don't draft a generational player. I know he has X Factor. I don't even know why I'm checking. Yep. I don't even know why I checked. How do I not draft? And Montel Cunningham too. He's an 81. I knew he was going to be insane to steal for the Chiefs at 11, like I said. Didn't I say that? .94 speed. I mean, does he also have X Factor? Oh, there's no shot. I'm done. We're back on the next day here because yesterday was in fact a train wreck after the draft, and you know, it is what it is. Sometimes you hit, sometimes you miss. This is the team as it stands right now. Look, it's not a great team by any stretch of the imagination. Now, it's not a bad team, and that's the good news. The good news is we can still potentially compete and make this work. Got to go out and sign another free agents center, because I just refuse to start Amir Riles here, and I'm not starting a 66 overall. Did they end up drafting Connor Madsen anyways? They did. That's crazy. Yeah, I'm not starting a 66 overall center here, and Trey Pitkins is gonna have to be the guy yet again. But I mean, look, we still have a decent offense. We just got to produce. And then defensively, oh, who is this guy, by the way? Nathan McGee. This has got to be someone the CPU drafted for us. 6'1", 245. He's a 69 overall. He's not that good. He's just got, like, decent traits all around. He'll probably start for us, I guess, since he's got the hidden dev. Because I was thinking maybe Schaffer starts in his place to replace Nakobe Dean, but I mean, he's got the hidden dev, so I might as also. Grant Delpit went up to X Factor. That's cool, I guess. How does Grant Delpit go up to X Factor, but Justin Herbert doesn't go up to X Factor, loses his superstar, and Greg Rosenthal doesn't go up to star? Oh, yesterday was a train wreck. Okay, well, yeah, this is the team. Defensive line looks incredible. Obviously, you can't deny how much output we have on the defensive line here. We're still sticking in the 4-3. And look, yes, I don't have any capital for the next 2 to 3 years because I wanted George Redd, who I thought was going to be Aaron Donald V2. Yes, I thought George Redd was going to be generational, but he's still a 79. He's still a very, very good player. He's already ranked 24th in the league in defensive tackles. He's got 88 strength, and his power and finesse moves are really high, like just coming straight out the draft. So he's still a very good player. He still could have like superstar, maybe superstar X Factor if we're lucky, but like he just wasn't the player I was hoping for, right? So it sucks that we kind of have to take a major hit here, but this is where we just rebuild through the free agency period, right? Hopefully we save a good bit of money and we're able to pick up some absolute game records that can help us become that dominant team that we've been trying. Like maybe we can get a center from free agency or a tackle that we've been looking for forever now. You know, maybe we can get better off-ball linebacker to replace a Kobe Dean. We'll see, man. We'll see. It's gonna be tough. And we're right back where we started, 4-3 at the midseason mark yet again. We are. What do you expect? What do you expect out of this Chargers team at this point? It's mediocrity across the board. We are terrible in the run, but everywhere else we are just league average. About 12th in the league in defensive points per game and 16th in the league in offensive points per game. Now, the good news is that this year the division is not an absolute slugfest and not everyone is trying to compete. So, you know, hopefully we can make something happen this year. Is it a playbook change again? I don't know, man. We got 80 million. DK Metcalf needs to be re-signed. Rashawn Slater, JC Horn, Cam Taylor-Britt. These are some big free agents here. Looks like we're not going to have money in free agency, unfortunately, because these are some really big names. I probably won't pick up the 5th-year option on Quentin Johnson because we just don't have that kind of money to be giving around like that to just continue to keep picking up the 5th-year options. And Quentin Johnson, you know, at best, he's my slot receiver. He's my 3rd option. Not even, right? Because my tight end, he's my 4th option. He's an 80 overall. Star development. I'm probably not going to pick up the 5th-year option on him. DK Metcalf has to come back, though. There's no ifs, ands, or buts about it. He wants to be here as well. DK, I will give you a 5-year deal. If you could lower the money a little bit for me, DK, that would be splendid. And DK's back on 5 years. That's big. Definitely needed him back. Rashawn Slater as well, we absolutely need back. And it's going to be a smooth 4-year deal for him. It is so much money. So much money. But to lock up a, you know, top 10 starting caliber tackle in the league, to be your franchise guy, you know, especially since we're struggling on the right side of the ball, like, we need it. And I'm not even going to bother lowering the money. We're just going to give him this offer. It's a lot of money, but Rashawn Slater's back for 4 years. JC Horn does not want to be here. He wants to be close to home to Georgia. Okay. Well, JC, there's not many football teams close to Georgia, so, you know, I'm not sure why that's a motivation for you. I guess you want to play in Atlanta, maybe. But who wants to play in Atlanta? No one wants to be an Atlanta Falcon. The Saints fan says, yeah, man. I guess I'm just going to have to overpay on JC Horn. Give him a 5-year deal, even up the money a little bit. It's so expensive for JC Horn. I don't love the idea of paying him $7.5 million per year, but it's got to be done. It's got to be done. We need a starting corner. JC Horn's back. We need Cam Taylor-Britt as well. And, man, this is a lot of money for Cam Taylor-Britt. Are you kidding me? And he wants to be close to home to Alabama. Again, not a lot of teams close to Alabama. If you want to play in New Orleans, that's cool. But, man, I guess we're just going to have to overpay Cam as well. I'd give him, you know, a 5-year deal. So much money. So much money. But he accepts. At least that's all of our big free agents. Like I said, we're definitely not re-signing Trey Pipkins. I'm so sick of this fool. And we just won't pick up the 5th-year option on Quentin Johnson. Why is Presley Harvin in here? I thought I gave him the 7-year cheat code. I guess I'm going to have to go out and re-sign a punter. Maybe I didn't do that? I don't know. I don't remember. Why'd I even look up at the screen? We went 9-8 and missed the playoffs yet again. Now, the good news, the defense was really good. I think this is the first year we were top 10 in defense. especially in the pass. We were very good in the pass and about middle of the pack in the run game. Hopefully that means we got a lot of pressure on the quarterback. The offense sucked. And I don't see any sack leaders for us, which is unfortunate. Nor do I see any interception or tackle leaders. But let's look at the team stats here. How do we miss the playoffs again? Justin Herbert took a little bit of a step down from last year. Only 4 INTs this year. 26 touchdowns to 3,700. Like, it's still a freaking phenomenal year, but he's going to drop the normal dev. I already know it. I know it's coming. Rushing, we did it. We definitely ran the football, I guess, is what you want to call that. Receiving, DK Metcalf, another good year. 9 touchdowns, 1,100 receiving yards, 83 catches. Have a year. And on 53 catches, Quentin Johnson had 9 touchdowns and close to 900 receiving yards. That's really productive for the low catch rate he had. Jerry Jeudy, an okay year, definitely took a step down. And then Earl Dixon, also a step down from his rookie year, but still a decent year as our 4th option. And then defensively, Kenneth Murray, only guy with over 100 tackles. And then 18 tackles for loss for Ed Oliver, 13 for George Redd, who had 8.5 sacks and 61 total tackles. Great year for George Redd. Obviously, you know, not the stellar year you were hoping for. And he only has star dev. Just my luck, right? Doesn't even have superstar. Man, I completely hate this rebuild. I missed on not 1 but 2 generational talents. And now obviously we didn't need corners, so I wasn't going to go out and trade for number 1 or trade for number 11 to get a guy that we didn't even need in the room, since we already have really good corners. But we needed defensive tackle. We wanted to beef up the defensive line even more, and I thought this guy was going to be a game wrecker for us. Trade to number 2, and he's only star dev. You know, sometimes you hit and sometimes you miss, I guess. Still a decent rookie year. Maybe he goes up to superstar if he wins rookie of the year. Probably not, though, if I had to guess. Terrence Woods had a pretty good year. Definitely a huge step up from his bad rookie year. 12 tackles for loss, who led the team in sacks as well with 12.5 sacks. Oh man, this team is just frustrating me. It's like we should be better. We should be better, and we're just not. We are not better, which is, it's unfun. I mean, technically we're better, right? We're doing better every season. The first year of the rebuild, we were 7-10. Then we went up to 8-9 last year, and now we're up to 9-8. But we can't make the elusive playoff run. Can't do it. Can't make the playoffs. Chiefs beat the Eagles in a rematch Super Bowl. Isaiah Pacheco wins Super Bowl MVP. Patrick Mahomes wins your NFL MVP. But George Redd did, in fact, win Defensive Rookie of the Year for us. So, you know, maybe he goes up to... He probably won't. He probably won't. I'm going to look at the devs right now and see if anyone got changed. And if I had to guess, George Redd doesn't go up to Superstar because he won Defensive Rookie of the Year, because that's the Madden logic. And Justin Herbert probably goes down to normal development. You know, we were kind of close. DK Metcalf goes down to Superstar instead of Superstar X Factor, but Justin Herbert does stay at Star at least, so that's cool. Why DK Metcalf went down to Superstar? I can't tell you. Can Madden tell you? Probably not. Okay. All right. Defense. George Redd did actually go up to Superstar, so that's really good for us. McGee went down to normal development, which sucks. Probably want to start Schaffer at this point then. Is what it is, I guess. But George Redd did go up to Superstar, which is big for us. So, I mean, I guess it's not a bad pick, but, you know, when you take in everything into consideration, what we traded for him, what we were expecting out of him, it still is a pretty bad pick. I'm going to up his run stopping a little bit, try and see if I can get his block shedding up. So we have 46 million going into free agency here. I don't have any other players to re-sign here. Like I said, I'm not going to accept the 5th-year option on Quentin Johnston. And we're going to have to get a punter in free agency as well. But no one else here needs to be re-signed. So we're going to have 46 million going into free agency. We need to spend it all. We need to spend it all going into free agency here. We need a miracle here in free agency. If there's a good right tackle here, we're absolutely picking him up. We need a stud edge rusher. I'll probably replace Tyrone Arrington, if there's a super stud edge rusher, because we need pressure on the quarterback. We're not getting any pressure on the quarterback whatsoever. I need two game changers. I need two really big free agents. I need two guys that can absolutely change the dynamic of this team out of this class. 47 million is not going to be enough to do it. So if I have to restructure someone's contract in the back end, I will do it. But we need some big guys here. We need some big names. Zach Martin is one of them, but he's 35. Ronnie Stanley's here. He might be the guy for us. He can easily play right tackle. All right, these are the guys we're going after. We're going after Ronnie Stanley, Brandon Sheriff, and Presley Harvin for my punter situation again. Hopefully, I actually sign him for the 7-year deal that I intended to sign him for. I think last night I might have not signed him for 7 years like I thought I did, but that doesn't matter. What matters is Brandon Sheriff and Ronnie Stanley. We absolutely need these two guys. Ronnie Stanley obviously is going to play right tackle for us, and we need someone to play center. Brandon Sheriff can very easily play center for us. Not very agile, but you like what he does in the run game. He's just a super strong player, and I mean, he's probably the better option at center than Trey Smith. I like Trey Smith at guard, so we need someone to play it. And Brandon Sheriff is that guy at an 80 overall. The Saints are also offering big on Ronnie Stanley. I'm giving Ronnie Stanley a 2-year deal. It's a super player-friendly deal. I'm giving him all the money. I'm paying both these guys. I'm overpaying both these guys for sure. But we need them. We absolutely need them. So please sign with the Chargers. They're both gone. And we only signed Brandon Sheriff. Ronnie Stanley goes to the Saints, and now we are in kind of a pickle. Yeah, we could do this on a 1-year deal. I'm okay with that. La'el Collins is signing with the Chargers. Obviously not Ronnie Stanley, but you know, we have a tackle to play for us at least. It is now draft time, and if you guys recall, we have nothing. We don't have a pick. We do have a 2nd-round pick, so that's cool. And we just don't have anything to do here. I'm gonna see if I can maybe make a trade to get a right tackle. I'm tired of not having a right tackle, man. All right, it had to be done. Pretty simple trade, really. We're flipping La'el Collins. I know I just signed into a 1-year deal, but that's why we sign players to 1-year deals that we don't want around long term, or we just don't want around, period, but they have to start for us. So he's gone. It's simple. It's simple math, really. Flipping La'el Collins, and as well as Henley here, Danny Henley, I think his name is, one of the rookies that the Chargers drafted this year. Not entirely too familiar with, if I'm going to be honest. He's not getting much playing time. He was on the last year of his deal. We already have good depth at linebacker. And they needed middle linebacker. And then the 2nd-round pick this year, as well as a 2028 second and a 2027 third for Ike Ekwonu. Ike Ekwonu is a major upgrade from Trey Pipkins at tackle, and he's going to instantly start for us at right tackle. So now we finally have an offensive line. We've got Rashawn Slater on the left side with Ike Ekwonu, and then the interior's locked up with Trey Smith, Zion Johnson, and Brandon Sheriff at center. Now, obviously, Brandon Sheriff also on a 1-year deal, but we can potentially trade for another center at the midseason mark if we need to, or, we could upgrade in the offseason next season if need be. But Brandon Sheriff's a good staple for us right now. We finally have an offensive line. It only took the entire 4 years, including this year, that we've been at this rebuild, and we finally have an offensive line. Maybe that's the difference. Maybe that makes us a playoff caliber team now. Draft recap. Might as well check the check. They drafted us a 72 overall fullback, which is pretty cool. Tracy Irons with hidden dev as well. I've never seen a hidden dev fullback. Okay. That's really cool. All right, go off, Tracy Irons. That's sick. He's definitely going to start for us. The rest of these guys don't matter. Let's look at the NFL class as a whole. and it was pretty good. You got an 80 overall corner in Quincy Vinson. Here we go. This is the team going into year 4 here. We're running out of time, so you know, we're coming up on the 5-year mark. We got to make the playoffs this season. We're an 85 overall. We went down a couple overall points from last year, but also morale was helping that a lot. So we've got a really good football team, man. The receiver room, incredible. Running back room, you know, it's Greg Rosenthal or bust, but in Madden simulation, you don't need running back depth as long as you have one guy playing all the downs. Greg Rosenthal, you know, he didn't get the dev up like we wanted. He hasn't been developing like we wanted, but he's still a speed freak. He's still super athletic. He's got great juke move. He's a good football player, and he could definitely make our run game work if Madden simulation didn't suck. And then Justin Herbert is Justin Herbert. Really, it's the offensive line that finally looks really good now. I mean, the offensive line took us 4 years to rebuild, and it finally happened. Tight end, incredible. And then defensively, man, this defense, there's no reason this defense should be struggling like it is. It's plain and simple. Plain and simple, right? There's no defense, no reason why this defense should be struggling. We've got a great corner room. One of the best, if not the best, defensive lines in the league. The safeties are incredible. The linebackers are solid. We've got to get it done this season. We've got to make the playoffs. No ifs, ands, or buts about it. We got to make the playoffs. Got to make the playoffs. Not even going to go through training camp. It's basically now or never at this point. We're coming up on the 5-year rebuild here. The 5-year mark on the rebuild here. So got to make it this year. And if it's not this year, we're going to make some serious adjustments and hopefully make it all the way next year. I will see you at the midseason mark. 4-2 at the midseason mark. That is more like it. The offense sucks. Okay. The offense is terrible, but the defense is winning us football games. The defense. Okay. Hold on. We got a couple things to go over here. So first off, we're winning football games. Second off, we're top of the division at 4-2. That's the best we've done all rebuild so far. However, the rest of the division is also 4-2 and competing for a playoff spot in the top of the division. And the defense is going stupid right now. Terrence Woods, 7 sacks at the midseason mark. You love to see it. Finally. Now, the offense is terrible. We need to make a change. We cannot have the offense being terrible. Players to negotiate here. We got $33 million, and it's some big names. Derwin James, Quentin Johnson, Tui Pelotu, Zion Johnson. How do we get this done with $33 million? Brennan Sheriff as well, but he's already starting to regress. We're probably not going to resign Brennan Sheriff. Look to replace him. Have to pick up the 5th-year option on Terrence Woods. And probably Tyrone Arrington. I mean, he's obviously super worth it, don't get me wrong, but we're paying him $46 million this year, and then next year it follows up with the $58 million salary cap hit, all the way up to a $71 million cap hit. Justin Herbert is getting paid a tremendous bag. Man, that is wild. It's just going to be tough. Let's start with Zion Johnson, because we absolutely need him on a long-term deal. I'll give him a 4-year deal and lower the money. We're going to lower the money a tremendous bit here, but this is a super cheap contract for us, and it helps us with signing other players, and he should accept this because he wants to be here. And yes, Zion Johnson's back for 4 years. It's a good deal. And now the hard part. Quentin Johnson, it's a cheap contract. He wants a mentor at the position. We can go out and get a mentor, make him a little bit cheaper. Derwin James, though, he just wants too much money, man. I can't give him this much money, especially when he's already 30. He wants to be in LA. I mean, look, Derwin, I would give you a 2-year deal, but it's going to be an overpay. Because I can't re-sign you for 3 more years. There's no way. Derwin James is back. That's a big signing. We needed Derwin James. And then we're going to have to contemplate. We're going to have to think about, do we really want Quentin Johnson and Tuitui Pelotu back? Because, you know, are these guys worth eating into our salary here when we already just don't have money and it's only going to get worse next season with the Justin Herbert contract? They're good football players, but we can maybe replace them. We did it. We made the playoffs. We're 11-6 at the top of the division. The offense was terrible. Oh my god. Okay. All right. Lot to unpack here, but we did it. We made the playoffs. The team is an 88 overall all around. The team is so good. It's what I've been trying to say for so long. And we finally did it. We made the playoffs. The offense is absolutely terrible this season, but the defense was tremendous. He had a good year. Another step back a little bit, one less touchdown, but also one less interception, and, you know, 30 all close to 3,600 passing yards. It's a really good year. He's not playing on that dominant status that we would like him to be, which is unfortunate. But how about Rosenthal? 13 touchdowns and finally eclipsed over 1,000 rushing yards. 3.5 per carry is absolutely abysmal, but still a pretty good year for Rosenthal. Definitely like to see that for the guy that we thought he just wasn't going to be the guy after not getting his rookie of the year development trait. Receiving, DK Metcalf, 10 touchdowns, another really good year for DK. Close to 1,200 receiving yards. Jerry Jeudy, you know, he was fine, I guess, on 76 catches. Probably could have outputted more for us, but I'm not complaining that much. Quentin Johnson in the slot did fine. And then Earl Dickinson, just a super consistent tight end for us, getting 60 to 50 catches every year, couple touchdowns, close to 600 receiving yards every single year. He's a good player for us, man. We like Earl Dickinson. But defense, this is where I'm expecting big things. 121 tackles for Kenneth Murray. And it's good things. We see good things here. Ed Oliver with 18 for loss. George Redd, another 15 and another 8.5 sacks. Another really good year for George Redd. And then Terrence Woods, half a year. 15 tackles for loss, 17.5 sacks, led the team. Ed Oliver had 9. George Redd had 8.5, like we said. Tuitui Pelotu, a really good year as an off-ball linebacker for us. 11 tackles for loss, 8 sacks. And a lot of turnovers as well. 5 picks for JC Horn. Okay, JC, I see you. Great year for the boys. And we finally made the playoffs. And I think, am I going to jump in? No, it's the wild card. This video has already been going on for way too long. We're not going to jump in. We're going to sim the week. This just needs to be a win. We're 2 overalls higher than the Bills. We've got the way better defense. Please get the win. Please get the win over the Bills. Oh, I'm scared. I'm scared. I don't even want to look. And we are knocked out in the first round. Typical Chargers fashion. Chiefs beat the Falcons in the Super Bowl. Patrick Mahomes is your Super Bowl MVP, followed by Josh Allen, your NFL MVP, and not a single Charger on the list, unfortunately. And I already am ready to get disappointed by the development upgrades or downgrades here for our team. And yeah, it's not great. Irons lost his star dev. I'm assuming he had star dev. He did, which is pretty cool, by the way, a fullback having star dev, but I mean, obviously he was going to lose it every single time. And then nothing else. Brandon Sheriff lost a star dev, but that's to be expected. He is regressing heavily. And then the defensive side of the ball, Ed Oliver actually goes up to superstar. JC Horn goes up to superstar. Tuitui Pelotu goes up to star. I'm not complaining. All right, here we go. This is where we have to make the tough decisions here. Obviously, we're going to pick up the 5th-year option on Terrence Woods and Tyrone Arrington. And then it's really just Quentin Johnston and Tuitui Pelotu. Now we have to re-sign Tuitui Pelotu because he went up to star dev. And we can't really replace him. Plus, we really like Tuitui Pelotu. $38 million to do this is just going to be real tough. He wants no income tax. Yeah, in California, good luck with that. They want to pay him like an edge rusher? I mean, come on, man. What are we doing? He's not an edge rusher. Oh, he wants so much money. But we're going to give it to him. Up the money just a little bit here. And he wants to test free agency. What's the tag looking like? $22 million. Let's see what we can do with Quentin Johnson here. I never got him a mentor to make it easier to re-sign him, but I mean, this is a fairly cheap contract as it stands. I would certainly give him a 4-year deal and up the money here. And Quentin Johnson also wants to play for a new team next year. $44 million on the tag. Quentin Johnson's going to walk. We're going to tag Tuipulotu, which leaves us with $16 million left in free agency. And we're just probably going to switch to KC playbook from what it looks like. All right, here we go. $16 million to spend in free agency. And Davante Adams is here. I could sign him on a 1-year deal. He actually wants a 2-year deal, but we can afford him. We can afford him. He wants to be here as well, which is helpful. And then it's not really much of anything else. We do need a center as well. We do need a center as well. Jalen Hyatt would actually be a very good replacement for Quentin Johnson. Obviously not the Quentin Johnson replacement you're looking for when, you know, Quentin Johnson, your prototypical go up and get it big man, but also is a decent route runner and is very good at taking the top off the field for his size because he's pretty athletic. Jalen Hyatt, not that guy, right? Jalen Hyatt gonna mix up the defense with his speed and his, you know, inside routes ran especially, but also can take the top off the field. Not a go up and get it guy. Now, he's super cheap and no one's offering on him. I like the idea of Jalen Hyatt, but I need a center. That's what we need. So let me look through. All right, some big names here in free agency. I went and restructured Justin Herbert's contract. Because this is the last year of the rebuild, it doesn't matter that I'm restructuring the bottom half of, or the bottom end of his contract. It was a bad restructure. You know, the 2028 cap was going to be devastating, but we're not going to 2028. This is the last year of the rebuild here. So it freed up a ton of money. So we are going after 5 players because of it. We're going after Davante Adams, Joe Thuney, Jalen Hyatt, and Zach Charbonnet. Zach Charbonnet is just a massive step up at running back from Greg Rosenthal at an 81 overall star development. He can play basically every down for us, but especially in the power halfback position. We like Zach Charbonnet a lot, and it should help out our running game since our running game is very non-existent. Jalen Hyatt, just because I like Jalen Hyatt as a player, and, you know, 4 receivers in Madden is tough. It's hard to get all 4 of them involved in simulation. So Jalen Hyatt just could be one of those guys that just literally doesn't get any targets like Quentin Johnson did in the first year of our rebuild. But I still like the idea of Jalen Hyatt because maybe I could put him in the slot. Maybe he gets some value. And I just like Jalen Hyatt as a player. I really want him. So Joe Thuney, he's going to play center for us. And then Davante Adams, this is the type of guy we need to come and change the football team for us to make us, you know, get over that hump to go to the Super Bowl, right? Obviously, we already have DK Metcalf and Jerry Jeudy. You're probably asking yourself, why are you getting Davante Adams? You don't need him. You could fill other holes on your team, but we don't really have any other holes on our team. We've got great corner play. Our secondary's elite. That's without a doubt. Our linebackers are very, very solid, and the linebackers in free agency, we can't really upgrade from what we have. The defensive line is the best in all of football right now for us, and we've got a really good offensive line. The only problem is the center position, which Joe Thuney will play for us and fix for us. And, you know, at that point, we don't have any other holes, so it's like, why not just go out and get a game wrecker like Davante Adams? So we have the best offer on all these players. We're paying them a ton of money, overpaying all of them for sure, but we hope to get all of them. It's the last year of the rebuild, so here we go. And they have all signed somewhere. Oh my. Okay, did we sign all 5? Hey, 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 bam now. Ooh yeah. We signed all 5, baby. Devontae Adams, Joe Thuney, that's 4. Wait, I'm dumb. That's 4. We signed 4. Who did we not sign here? So a little bit of a brain fart there. My active negotiations when I was doing the contracts and free agency here, it said I was signing 5 out of 5 players. So I just went off of that. Didn't realize we were only signing 4 players. We did get all of our players. I just went through, double check to make sure I wasn't missing anyone, and we weren't missing anyone. We signed all the players we wanted, and that's really good for our team. I figured it's just simple like that. 12-5 made the playoffs, and the team was incredible. Not the best overall in the offensive side of the football, although we were middle of the pack in passing and middle of the pack in running, so it's not that bad, but the defense was absolutely dominant yet again. I'm just glad we made the playoffs, man. Justin Herbert seems like he just can't really get past that 4,000 yard mark. I don't know why, man. Like, the game just really undervalues Justin Herbert, I guess, no matter what playbook, no matter what playbook I put him in. I guess maybe I had to put him in Chiefs playbook or something. I don't know, but he still had a really good year. So same thing we're used to seeing from him. Zach Charbonnet, 6 touchdowns, close to 1,000 yards. Greg Rosenthal did fine as well. Not the best running the football like I had hoped for, but DK Metcalf, 13 touchdowns. Just another great year for DK Metcalf. Jerry Jeudy had a solid year as well. Devontae Adams, 57 catches, went over 700 receiving yards and also 4 touchdowns. Great year for him. And similar production from Earl Dickinson as well. And obviously not much from Jalen Hyatt. In fact, not anything from Jalen Hyatt. We knew it was going to happen, but we still like him, so I just wanted to have him just to have him. Kenneth Murray still just absolutely balling out for us. And then tackles for loss, Terrence Woods led the way. And not much pressure. Pressure took a down tick, but, you know, it's not terrible, I guess. Doesn't matter. None of it matters. We made the playoffs, and now we're playing the Chiefs in the wild card round because the Chiefs also had a 12-5 record. Yeah, we gotta jump in here. Gotta jump in here. We're 91 to their 89, so there should be no way we lose this. I say that, and the Chiefs are better in simulation, so let's just get this done. We're gonna make the Super Bowl this year. We got to. We're tired of the mediocrity claims in Los Angeles. We're ready to go all the way. Let's go. Oh my God, the GTA 6 trailer dropped. No way. That's insane. I'm gonna have to watch that after I'm done recording this video. Dude, it's been, what, a decade that we've been waiting for the GTA 6 trailer? I mean, GTA 6 has been in the works for so long now. I can't believe it's actually happening. I saw the announcement for it the other day, and, like, it just feels like a fever dream, right? It's crazy. But anyways, let's start simming this game, get right underway. We go down, score a touchdown on the first drive. Chiefs come back and retaliate with their own touchdown, but we're up 14-7, and it's all tied up, actually, 14-14. And it looks like it's going to stay that way, but the Chiefs score a touchdown. We go back. Oh my God, this is a shootout. What is happening? We punt the ball off to the Chiefs. Now the Chiefs have the ball. They're about to go down, and they score a touchdown, and it's 4 minutes left in the fourth quarter. We got to make something happen here. And this is where we're going to jump in. We're now jumping in on offense, and we got to make something happen here, man. Let's get it done. DK Metcalf on a slant. Game's a little bit laggy, but that's also because I'm recording. So we're just going to have to deal with it. Hopefully it doesn't look too bad on the recording end. It doesn't on my end, so hopefully it's not that bad. Here we go. 2nd and 10. We're going to pass upfield to Earl Dickinson, and we miss him. Justin Herbert having a good game, but, I mean, we got to do something here on this 3rd down. It's do or die here. Send Devontae Adams on a slant, hope for the best. And we're actually going to pass to him. Not enough time for the play to develop, and it's 4th down. Oh, man. It's not looking good for the Chargers here, boys. I think it's about time we call it wraps. Devontae Adams is wide open, though. He gets the catch and the 1st down. We're going to go hurry up here. That's massive. Going to go right back to the 4 verts play. Snap the ball quickly. Snap. God, I hate Madden. We're going to dump it off to our running back. It's Greg Rosenthal. Get out of bounds. Yes, sir. Yes, sir. You love to see it. We save the clock. 1st and 10. And nothing's really developing. We're just going to check down. I don't love a check down play here because we're wasting a lot of clock. We only get 2 yards. That's kind of a really, really, really bad play there. But just hurry up the offense here. Snap the football. And we're going to go to DK Metcalf down the middle. And he catches it in traffic. Yes, sir. Let's go, DK. Hurry up the football here. And we're going to go post-wheel drag again. We got to snap the football quickly. And the game is just absolutely pooing a brick right now. We're going to call a timeout. I'm really sorry if it looks bad on y'all's end. The performance of the game already struggles when I play on PC. I don't have the new gen console, so... You know, this is the only way I can record Madden videos, so hopefully it's not that bad. It feels bad to play, but it looks fine on the recording software. So here we go. Snap the football. We're going to scramble with Justin Herbert, and B is wide open. It's Greg Rosenthal for the touchdown. And that's huge. We needed that. We needed a quick score. If we could beat the Chiefs in the wild card, we could beat any team in the playoffs here. We're only down by a touchdown, but we need defensive stops. Kick is up, and it's good, and it's down to a touchdown game. We need stops. We need stops. And against the Chiefs, you wonder if that's too much to ask for, but we're about to find out here. Patrick Mahomes stepping up to the plate. We're going to show pressure a little bit here and see if we can't maybe get him to... pass the football. It's actually going to be a run, and we just can't tackle in the open field. We're not going to call timeouts yet. We still have the 2-minute warning. I think if we get this next stop, then we call a timeout. Oh, they're actually passing it. We're covering everything, and he drops the football. That's actually huge. That stops the clock for us. It's 2nd and 10. There's no way they pass the football again, right? I mean, that's a throw. Why would you pass the football in that scenario? You just want to run the clock out. They're passing again. We need to, oh my God. And, I mean, we have to let him score. No one's covering anything down the field, dude. Like, our DBs are just asleep at the wheel. And that's frustrating. So now we need a quick score. Oh, block this? Oh my God. Okay. That changes a lot. They snapped it really slow. We blocked the PAT, and that changes it. That changes the game a little bit. Maybe not by much, but it changes it a little bit. But now, I mean, we need a miracle here, right? It's got to be a miracle run in order for us to get this done. We need a touchdown followed by an onside kick, followed by, what, another touchdown in 2 minutes. We do have 2 timeouts. Let's see what we can make happen here. We're just going to chuck it up to DK Metcalf. We tell our best player to go and get it. I mean, he was one-on-one. I like that play. Against Trent McDuffie, DK Metcalf, you really like that play. I'm actually going to send Devontae Adams on a streak here. Jerry Jeudy, you know, that safety's going to have to bite on something. Maybe Greg Rosenthal on a wheel here. DK Metcalf also on a streak, and like I said, that safety has to bite on something and can't cover everything here. And Jerry Jeudy on the streak as our last progression could be open. And yeah, he is. We're going to throw it to Jerry Jeudy, and he drops the football, man. Are you kidding me? Are you kidding me? Unreal. Unreal, man. That's so annoying. We're going to send Devontae Adams back on a streak here. And we're actually going to have Dickinson block for us and Rosenthal come off of a streak as well. And nothing's open, and I threw a pick. That's the game. Oh, it's frustrating. That's frustrating. It's a pick 6 to end it. Oh, our defense just didn't come to play. Defense just didn't come to play today. We got probably no pressure on Patrick Mahomes. And that's going to be the end of the rebuild here. Get bumped out of the wild card once again. So we lose in the wild card once again. Chargers have never made it past the wild card in a very long time. Here's a final look at the team. We're a 91 overall. And I mean, look, at the end of the day, the whole goal of the rebuild is to make the team better. And I feel as if we definitely did that. Now, granted, we didn't set them up great for the future, but this team is very, very stacked. Can definitely still compete as long as you keep some of the core players around, like Terrence Woods, and, you know, the entire defensive line as it stands, you need to keep around. Justin Herbert as well, DK Metcalf. It's a good team, and we definitely made it better. That was the goal of the rebuild. We didn't get the Chargers out of mediocrity, unfortunately. Got bumped in the wild card round twice. And, you know, it just happens, right? That's football any given Sunday. At the end of the day, this team is sick. One of the better teams I've built in Madden. And I had fun. So if you guys like this video, be sure to like, comment, and subscribe. And I'll catch you all on the next one. Peace.